desolate rock in the middle of the sea.
Two men fight storms, seagulls, and their own sanity, and Willem Dafoe steals the show.
I'm Juan.
I'm Owen.
And this is Below the Spotlight, the Lighthouse. Is a fever dream of black and white madness, where every word feels like it's carved into stone.
And Dafoe's Thomas Wake, he's part sailor, part tyrant, part sea god, spitting curses that sound like poetry.
It's funny, terrifying, and unforgettable all at once.
A performance so powerful, you'll be quoting it to the seagulls outside your window. Mine.
Support the kerosene, mind the rations, and let's stare into the light below the spotlight. Hi everybody, welcome to Below the Spotlight, another episode for you today. And today we have 2019, The Lighthouse. Just a couple of fun facts here. This movie was released back in October of 2019. So this is a 2-year jump from the last movie.
Yes.
2-year jump. The director is Robert Eggers. The budget for this film is $11 million. Box office, actually, no. Okay, 18 million worldwide, 10 million here in the US. And we only have 2 stars among us today. Willem Dafoe as Thomas Wake and Robert Pattinson as Ephraim Winslow / Thomas Howard. Owen, tell me, brother, what the heck is this movie about?
Let me tell you what this is about. On a remote island, Ephraim Winslow, played by Robert Pattinson, arrives as a lighthouse keeper and assists his elderly supervisor, Thomas Wake, played by Willem Dafoe. As days pass, Ephraim is haunted by strange and mysterious visions.
Ooh, so
into madness.
Madness, man. So pretty much at the start of this, we're just going to build it up here for you guys. First of all, it's a black and white film.
Mm-hmm.
What is your take on black and white film? We watched the black and white film before.
Yeah.
What do you think about a modern one?
A modern black and white film has to have a vision. Why is it black and white? I don't know why it's black and white, to be honest with you. I mean, it looks cool.
It looks cool.
And it looks crazy, which they are crazy.
Yeah, this one was pleasing to the eye. Mm-hmm. Along with it being black and white, there was no action shots. It was just all still. Mm-hmm. I loved it because I didn't have my focus point was just straight to what they were doing.
That's the Robert Eggers special.
The Robert Eggers special. I think maybe the reason why it's black and white because Robert Eggers, according to some interviews that I've seen, he is actually a researcher. So he actually does his work. I guess this movie is based off the 1890s. So I'm pretty sure he had some
you have
still
to get
photos and stuff
into the vibe of 18.
Yeah, but overall, I love the black and white. Very good, very comforting in a weird way.
Yeah, it's like a weird comfort film, I would say. Because I remember the last movie, or no, what movie did we watch? The Antichrist. Someone said it's a comfort film.
That was
like,
weird.
What? But this one, I don't know. I can kind of see it.
Yeah, I can kind of see it as well. Owen, take us to our journey here. What are we going to be discussing today?
Well, we're going to go through these scenes, only the ones that involve Willem Dafoe, which is pretty much the whole movie. But just to start off, Ephraim and Wake arrive at the lighthouse. Wake, he's a veteran. He's nonchalant. He's like, no big deal, farting, whistling. And Ephraim is like more of like what the heck is going on? Like he doesn't know what to expect.
Right.
So the very first time they have dinner on the lighthouse or in the lighthouse, Wake, he gives a toast. And this is when you first get a taste of Willem Dafoe's accent in this film.
Should pale death with treble dread, make the ocean caves our bed. God, who hears the surges roll, deign to save our suppliant soul. To 4 weeks.
What do you think of the accent, first of all?
Oh man, I loved it, bro, because it was like, it just seemed very fantasy-like in some way. It reminded me so much of Pirates of the Caribbean. I couldn't really put it there. You just know that this man has seen a lot. He's very like rustic. His voice is very creaky.
Yeah, it's like the Willem Dafoe voice that we all know and love.
Yeah.
But then he throws in this accent, and then it makes it even better. Like,
it was so good, man.
the black and white, you know, the whole
really liked it.
atmosphere, and then his accent. It's like, wow, we're really here.
What did you think about the voice?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I love every time Willem Dafoe gives us a little tiny accent. Like in Shadow of the Vampire, he gave us the little Germanic, almost Romanian, or that type of accent. And then here, oh no, in Life Aquatic, he gave us the German accent.
Oh, right. Yeah, the German accent.
And then here, of course, is the apparently New England salty dialect, is what they call it. Maritime, very, like you said, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So that whenever he dives into these roles, he just goes head first, and we follow along with him.
It's so good, man. Overall, along with the voice and the accent and stuff, what do you think about his look? The beard, man.
I know, he looks weathered.
He looks weathered, dude.
Old and weathered. That beard looks perfect. Like it's ocean breeze kissed, you know. It's a great look. As always, Willem Dafoe always looks good in these roles.
Yeah.
He always feels like he is that person. At the dinner, they give a toast, or Wake tries to give a toast. He pours himself alcohol. He tries to pour Ephraim some, but Ephraim kind of denies him. He's like, nah, I'll just have water. And Ephraim's like, and Wake is like, oh, look at this guy, you know?
Right. Proper man.
Yeah, because Wake obviously has been through it, so he knows. He's like, yeah, you probably want to start drinking now. But yeah, like that was kind of like that first scene where it kind of establishes both of their characters, and you get an introduction to this insane Wake character.
Yeah, and I think at this point, I'm not really sure what his character is. I feel like he's bouncing around between, I'm serious, I'm laid back, but he looks somewhat authoritative in some way.
Yeah, they don't even, well, they kind of reveal this later in the movie, but they don't even know each other's names.
They don't, yeah.
They don't.
At
he
this
just calls
point.
him, or Wake calls Ephraim lad.
Lad?
Like, you little lad.
Come on, lad.
Ephraim calls Wake sir, or he's like, you call me sir. Like,
oh,
I'll tell you what to do. Like, you call me
yeah.
sir. Yeah.
He must have felt like such a bitch.
I mean, if I was there, look, if Willem Dafoe, or if someone that looked like Willem Dafoe was right next to me, he's like, you call me sir, like, I'm gonna tell you what to do, I'd be like, yes, sir. It kind of takes a little turn quickly. So the very next scene, Wake, he's like, oh, I'll take the night watch for the lantern on the lighthouse. And then Ephraim kind of wakes up in the middle of the night, goes outside, and he sees him at the top of the lighthouse. And this dude is butt-ass naked.
Butt naked.
Just schlong pointed directly at the lantern.
Was he just doing like the...
Yeah, he was like, kind of like laid out.
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Spread eagle.
What do you think of that? What were your thoughts? This is the first time, like, it's the second scene in the movie, third scene in the movie. And it's like, already this is kind of making a turn.
Yeah, no, and I think in the first dinner scene, they kind of like preface the light, kind of established roles a little bit there. And... immediately I'm thinking, oh, what is Willem Dafoe keeping? Why does he want to be the only keeper of the light, other than him being a veteran of the lighthouse, whatever? So I'm like, oh, what is he hiding? You know, what secrets does he have at the lighthouse? But yeah, when I saw him there, I had no thoughts. I was speechless, because if I were to see that in person, I'd be like, WTF? Why?
Yeah, like, what is happening?
Right.
But then you're stuck with this guy for who knows how long, so...
And that's kind of like how Robert Pattinson's character took it.
Yeah,
he just
didn't say anything.
He was like, what the hell? All right.
He was like, okay.
Right.
So we'll skip down a little bit. I feel like there's a lot that goes on between that point, or the beginning, I guess, and when they really dive into madness. And really, it's just Dafoe, like, abusing his power, almost. He tells him what to do, makes him do everything.
Yep.
And then there's that one point in the movie where it's a little dirty, but Ephraim swears that he cleaned up the mess twice over, he says. And Dafoe, just like his performance is, I thought, was so amazing. He's so intense.
So
He's
he
like,
didn't blink, dude.
Not at all.
Like, what?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I know what you're getting at, but this is like a little bit earlier in the movie where he's telling
Oh,
Ephraim,
yes.
he's like, do it. Like, you know, he's like referring to all these little tasks that he wants him to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we'll get into what you're talking about. So they get super drunk at one point in the movie. Like they dig up this freaking trunk of booze and they're just drinking, going crazy. And then they start screaming at each other like, what? And then Ephraim actually insults Wake's cooking. And tell us what your thoughts are. Like, what happens here?
You don't like my cooking? Yeah, at this point, they've already had several dinners together, and Willem Dafoe is the one making the dinners.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of nowhere, they're just sitting there and then they do that what exchange, and then Robert Pattinson's like, I want a steak. Like, I want a freaking steak. Whatever, you know, he just complains that the food is not good. And then,
Yeah.
And Willem, he kind of gets into this childish old man looking like, oh, you don't like my
You don't like my cooking?
And
He actually looked sad. Like,
I think that was such a great performance there because I bought it. I was like, oh man, this man really got hurt. Willem Dafoe's character, Thomas, he's trying to give him a chance to take it back.
yeah, he's like, you're drunk. You wouldn't say that if you weren't drunk.
And, you know, Robert Pattinson, he was like, nah, F you, cooking's bad. I don't like it. And Willem just gets into this trance and starts delivering the most intense, crazy curse on this dude. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
You don't like me cooking?
Oh, don't be such an old bitch!
Danny! Let Neptune strike ye dead, Winslow! Hark! Hark! Triton! Hark! Bellow! Bid our father, the Sea King, rise from the depths full foul in his fury. Black waves teeming with salt foam to smother this young mouth with pungent slime.
He starts saying phrases. He screams, Hulk!
Hark!
And he just goes on and on and on berating this man. And Patterson's just in a corner like
What's happening?
Yeah, like, what's happening? Like
we said in the intro, like this poetry that he's just throwing at him
yeah, man.
all at once.
Even I had to see it twice because I was just so frightened of his stare, the angle of the camera, and just I didn't understand what he was saying at first because I was just mesmerized by, like, I thought I was getting screamed at one point. And yeah, Willem Dafoe did not lose eye contact. He had mentioned in an interview when it was him, Pattinson, and Robert Eggers, he said that if he were to lose contact with Robert Pattinson's character, he immediately knew that he would just throw the whole scene. Like, it had to be this. And it wasn't something that he thought beforehand. It just came right at the moment, and he felt that was right. Yeah, what do you think, man? Like,
Shoot, at this point, like, I thought Dafoe was the bad guy. I thought he was like, you know, this guy, he means business. Like, he's out here. He made a pact with the devil or something.
should we give it a try? I see we have it quoted here. Is this the whole thing?
This is the whole thing. You don't have to do the whole thing. You can do like a sliver of it, but
Okay.
we'll attempt to be Willem Dafoe and deliver these lines. He starts off, he says, "Damn ye! Let Neptune strike ye dead, Winslow! Hark! Hark, Triton, hark!"
Just to deliver the next scene, the next part of that, of the curse, he says, "Bellow, bid our father, the Sea King, rise from the depths, full foul in his fury." It's just, it's such a great line there.
Yeah,
and
I think that's the iconic scene, really, of the movie.
I would struggle to memorize this.
I don't know how he did it.
I don't know neither. That's pretty crazy.
We'll skip down a little bit. So another clash between, at this point, Ephraim is discovered to be actually Thomas Howard, like that's his actual name. So Howard confronts Wake. And he calls him out on every annoyance. He's like, man, dude, you're like farting, like you're doing all this stuff. It sucks. And then Wake is like, okay, you know what? You're done. Like you're relieved of your duties. And then Howard like flips and he like begs for his job back, which is like total gaslighter thing. Like Wake is totally like fucking with him.
Yeah, dude.
And then Dafoe like delivers another excellent monologue where he's like, will you kill me like you did that gold? Because early in the movie, Wake does kind of warn him like, hey, don't kill that gold, that seagull, because it'll bring bad luck to us. And then he does. Ephraim does kill that seagull. So then after he says that, they start fighting. And Howard beats the crap out of him.
That was intense. I think that scene was actually choreographed by Willem.
Wow.
He actually did that. He also had a quote. He was also interviewed or asked about doing like, because at this point he's probably like maybe in his 60s, and Pattinson is maybe in his like late 30s at this point probably. I could be wrong. Don't we'll fact check later. But Willem Dafoe comments that if he doesn't partake into the choreographing or the action of it, he says that you shouldn't be able to be granted to deliver such like an exaggerative scene if you don't take part in the action. So he was actually very happy to be in that type of confrontation with Pattinson's.
Right. Because it's revealed like in interviews too that he was in character like the whole time that they're filming. So he, of course, probably at that point is like, okay, yeah, like I'm being beat up, like I'm fighting you, like this is me.
Would you like to be in a fight scene with Willem?
Oh hell yeah, dude!
I'd be afraid to hurt him.
I'd be honored.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, like I'd be afraid because he's kind of old, but I mean that's Hollywood gold right there.
That is, dude.
An honor.
After they're like fighting and whatnot, Pattinson's character kind of stands over Willem. And pretty much the roles are reversed, bro. Yeah. He tells this man to bark. And this pretty much kind of leans towards Thomas's demise. They go outside. He leashes him up, still wanting to behave like a dog. And keep in mind, Willem Dafoe is actually crawling.
Yeah, himself. That's him.
In this terrain. They're actually in a rock in the middle of nowhere. And freaking Ephraim is digging a hole. He throws this fool in there and begins to bury Willem Dafoe alive. And during his burial, he's giving another perfectly set up monologue where it just sounds like poetry.
Get up here. To Davy Jones. The others stay blind, yet in it see all the divine graces and the fiddler's green sent where no man is suffered.
And I gotta say, he was actually getting thrown dirt in the face. He was getting buried alive.
Like in filming, he was being buried alive, delivering this monologue. You see dirt like flying to his mouth. He's like delivering. He's like, I don't know how he does it.
He did get asked if he would ever do this again, or if there was any point in the movie that he would not do. He did mention this: the being buried alive is not fun. But again, he was very committed. He did not falter. I don't know how many times it took to do that specific scene, but I felt so uncomfortable when he was just getting buried alive.
It's another throwback to Antichrist when he got buried.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna save him. I thought he came to his senses. He was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry."
Like Antichrist, where whatever her name is, I guess,
yeah.
pulls him out of the dirt, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I thought that was gonna happen, but no. What happened after that, brother?
He just grabs the key because remember, he really wanted, or Howard really wanted to see what's up on top of the lighthouse.
Yeah.
So he just went and grabbed his key, booked it inside the lighthouse for a smoke. This very next scene, Wake, like Howard is like having a smoke inside the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Wake just runs in there. He's like, "The light belongs to me." He runs up to him and axes him in the shoulder.
Oh yeah! Wow, that was pretty crazy.
He makes a crazy comeback, but then Howard just pulls his axe out of his shoulder and then starts killing Wake. So
I think it took one blow.
Yeah,
One blow.
It was a triumphant return, but he didn't do much, and then he dies.
That pretty much summarizes the movie.
As
for, like,
I mean, after that, if you really want to know, you should watch it. But Ephraim or Howard just goes up to the top of the lighthouse. He looks into the lantern, and then he goes crazy again, and then he falls to his death, and then that was it.
Yeah. Again, this movie was very great. I did have, costume was good. Willem Dafoe's appearance. It's even the scenes. It's just very crusty, musty,
intense,
dirty,
rusty.
The chamber pot that still's triggered on my mind.
Yeah, everything that was like meant to be nasty looked nasty. So that was pretty good. Any other theories about this movie? Any other thoughts?
Funny enough, a little bit of a backstory on how Willem Dafoe actually got casted by this. I don't know if you've had the chance to look into this, Owen, but Willem Dafoe casually explains how he got to this role. He says he goes to the movies one day. He's looking at the posters, seeing what's on at this time. He sees there's a movie called The Witch, or just Witch, also directed by Robert Eggers. He goes in, doesn't know nothing about the film, watches it, and he says to himself, there's a writer here. There's a filmmaker right here. So I guess whatever Willem's contacts has, he establishes a meeting with Robert Eggers, and he's like, "Hey, I want to work with you. Let's do a project." And turns out this film was actually started by Robert Eggers' brother, and the brother was kind of struggling, and then Robert took a go at it. And then he brought it to Willem Dafoe. He's like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" Willem Dafoe just lights up and he's like, "Game on. Let's do it."
And from then on, he's, Nosferatu with Robert Eggers. Has that relationship. I feel like a lot of the roles that he has, that we discussed especially, he just kind of stumbles into these roles.
Yeah.
And people in Hollywood know him, obviously, too, so they seek him.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the film. And again, if you guys want to go ahead and watch it, experience it on yourself, it is on your local streaming services. Give it a watch. Let us know if we have good takes, bad takes. Let us know what you think of the movie. But I think we're ready to go into some reviews, are we?
Let's review the movie. Do you want to review it first, or do you want to hear the reviews that are out there?
Let me review it.
Okay.
This is my second watching of the film. The first one, I didn't really understand it, and I think I saw it back then, 2019. So I was a young lad too. Now that I watched it now with the perspective of analyzing, I think I'm gonna rate this film a 10 out of 10 spotlights. Yeah, it's just so good. The horror, it's kind of like a horror comedy in some way.
I thought the same thing, yeah.
Yeah? Because it's just Willem. He's kind of goofy in there,
I don't know. Well, I didn't feel any sort of like suspense or feeling of being scared or anything. For me, it was almost like a period piece. Like, that was serious. Obviously had comedic moments.
Yeah.
Very dramatic. But yeah, tell me more about...
I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I love the still shots. It was easy for me to focus on the scenes. The language was great. The research behind it, the setting, everything was worked on very meticulously. And, kudos to Robert Eggers, the writer, for being able to give us this wonderful film. This makes me want to watch The Witch now.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what that's about. What intrigued Willem to
want to do this role with Robert Eggers.
Yeah, man.
But saw something.
10 out of 10 for me. What about you, man?
Yeah, I think I'd give it A 9 out of 10.
Oh,
So the 1 point off. The one spotlight is flickering off. I don't know. I just say it is a very straightforward, like kind of diving into madness type of story for me. I've kind of seen it before. I think everything else was great, which I thought the same for Nosferatu. Everything else is great. It's very artsy. It looks amazing. The atmosphere is there. It's just like sort of the substance. For me, it was comedic. There's a lot of, very raw, intense moments as well, very dramatic. But like kind of like the substance of the story, I guess, is like, okay, he's just becoming insane. This is a dude becoming insane.
yeah.
And it's hard to draw like kind of like the literary like parallels or like sort of like the devices that are being used. It's very straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Did you like the little parts where kind of Thomas revealed his true name and that he accidentally killed the guy?
I really enjoyed that part, the little twists that they try to throw at you.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like the diving into insanity and just this back and forth, this gaslighting of this lighthouse is just
Now
insane.
we've dealt with insanity before and Antichrist.
Yeah.
Not,
It's a very similar film in a
Yeah.
lot of ways.
yeah, it's similar themes. Yeah, for sure. Awesome, man. 9 out of 10. That's fine. Still in the high A plus. That's still in the A plus. But tell me what the critics are saying, brother.
Out there in the interwebs, IMDb, on an average, gives it a 7.4 out of 10.
That's crazy, man. What the hell?
Yeah, so that tends to be the case with a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
movies that are you either love them or you hate them. An example, 8 out of 10 review by Blue Rose Crow. And this is just summarized, but they say that The Lighthouse is a beautifully shot black and white film that relies on light, shadow, and surreal imagery to create its haunting atmosphere. Color would ruin this effect. It's unusual. Art-focused movie with only 2 characters exploring madness and tension rather than a traditional plot. Best watch in a quiet, focused setting. It rewards viewers who appreciate cinema as art rather than casual entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of in line with what we're both saying.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree that when I first watched it, it was casual. But now that I watched it with the mindset of, let me analyze it, I enjoyed it very good. It was cinema at its peak.
That is true.
Yep.
Those scenes, those stills, those shots are excellent.
Very
I'll give them
excellent.
that.
What is Rotten Tomatoes saying?
Rotten Tomatoes, the critics on average give it a 90%.
Ooh, let's go.
Now the users give it 72%.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's kind of all over the place with users. And again, that kind of ties back to the casual entertainment thing. Just as an example, one of the critics on Rotten Tomatoes says, as with The Witch, it's the atmosphere that seeps into you like sea brine. You don't watch this film, you're submerged in it. Expect to be spat out, reeling from the cinema, clutching onto your insanity or your sanity.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he dives into it.
Yeah,
This
he felt
critic-
immersed.
Yeah, this and an example audience review. So The Lighthouse is a visually stunning atmospheric film with haunting imagery and foreboding score, blending horror with touches of humor. While its symbols don't all fully resolve, it delivers a chilling, memorable experience. You may leave puzzled, but the film's strangeness lingers long after you finish watching.
Mm-hmm. Do you agree with this? Like,
I agree. I left slightly puzzled. I understood it. And there were some moments that weren't really resolved. Like, as I said before, like it's pretty straightforward. He just kind of becomes insane.
yeah.
There wasn't any like subplots that were like kind of tied in and, resolved straightforward.
Yeah.
And it definitely lingered. Like the strangeness of it, the sort of horror comedy aspect of it lingers.
All right. That's enough of the reviews. Now let's rate Willem Dafoe's performance. I give this man 10 out of 10. Just across the board, 10 out of 10. The role just shows that it's a very difficult role. Robert Pattinson would probably struggle maybe. I don't know. I feel like Willem Dafoe just has the skills to memorize such a complex language. He's doing a lot at once. He's keeping the voice. He's getting the pipe on. He's farting. He's being like a
Uh-huh.
sludge. Like, that's a lot to do, bro.
It is.
Like, that's a lot. So to keep it all like natural, very good, very good. 10 out of 10, brother. How about you, man?
I'm going to agree with you on this one. 10
Yeah.
out of 10 for our boy Willem Dafoe.
Yes, sir.
The Lighthouse was amazing. And he did a great performance. Like you said, those lines delivered perfectly. The theatrical performance of Dafoe, which we've seen before. He's very theatrical. He gets into it physically. His voice is there, projecting, making you feel like he's speaking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Just so many quotable lines, so many meme faces. He just looked the part. He acted the part.
So good.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Unfortunately, no Academy Award nominations for our boy, though.
It
He
was
won-
nominated, though, wasn't it?
I don't even think he was, or maybe he might have been, yeah. But he was awarded very smaller awards. But, the big ones, he never won.
That's pretty much what we have for The Lighthouse today. Willem Dafoe, a great performance. Any closing statements before we have the foghorn freaking blow our ears out, bro?
Oh man, nope, nothing. We said what needed to be said. Hopefully we can trim this down. It was pretty long.
Yeah.
We had a lot to talk about because it's such a great film, great performance.
Yes. We can
but
trim it down for sure.
Other than that, I think
We're good.
we're good. So next week's podcast is Nightmare Alley,
Never seen this one.
2021. Never seen this as well. I think he has a small role in this one,
Yeah?
but
Oh, okay.
as we've covered before, he steals those scenes.
Awesome. Okay, well, go ahead and prepare. Watch. What was the name of the movie?
Nightmare Alley.
Nightmare Alley. Go ahead and
2021.
watch that and join us on the discussion. As always, you can always find us in Spotify and YouTube below the Spotlight Podcast. Go ahead and give us a like, a subscribe, comment, a rate. Let us know if we have good takes, bad takes. What's your take? Let us know. As always, this is Juan,
This is Owen.
and this is Below the Spotlight. Bye, everybody.
Peace.